So I just got a very special delivery. Well, not really delivery, but my husband and his friend were able to pick up something. Any guesses? Any guesses as to what it is? Yes, of course, it is a fountain. This is the top piece to a different fountain that my friend was getting rid of. So the story behind this fountain is it popped up on my Facebook profile marketplace feed, and I've always wanted the sound of moving water, and I thought a little fountain would be great, and this one popped up for free. So not a little fountain, but let me explain my thought process here. So this is location number 1, I'm thinking. I can see this fountain from the front. And the second location is in there. All right, so through here is probably the most likely location. So obviously, when you're walking up to the garden, you'd be able to see a little bit of it. So it wouldn't be directly in the center of the walking path. But it would be right here, and it would be probably that tall. So it would be right here, and it's about 52 inches. I'd obviously be moving this bed. And this bed I could just scoot over because it is actually too wide because I can barely reach the middle from either side. So anyway, I would be necking this one in so I could have a little bit more of a path here. We'd have my fountain here, and it wouldn't be extremely visible from, let me swing around here. It wouldn't be extremely visible from the deck, but it would be slightly visible from the deck. But I think the point is that you'd still be able to hear it, which I think would be nice. There's also an outlet right there, so I could just dig a little trench for the power. Anyway, update on how the garden's looking. Yeah, my potatoes are almost ready to harvest, but probably give them a couple more weeks. No, we gotta wait till they're red. So I started by removing all the turnips and everything that I had growing in this little no-dig garden bed. And this is the lasagna no-dig method that I use, and you'll see me digging up a whole bunch of like sticks, and those are pretty much decomposing and decomposed, so those are left over. I think I made this bed a little bit before my son was born, so he's almost 2, so it was less than 2 years old, so a lot of it has broken down. That bed was almost 1.5 feet tall. One of my relatives joked that it looked like a burial plot. So if you can imagine a little burial plot, that's what this bed looked like. But I just wanted to remove all of the materials that went right back into my compost.
Mommy's jumping the thing out. I am going to come with my mommy, okay? Hey, brother.
Two inches.
This is how she measures. Don't make it dirty.
Make what dirty?
Dad.
So after having measured a circle about 52 inches in diameter, I started taking my edger and just going around. At first I started right on the line that I measured, the circle, with a piece of broken hose, so yay for reusing things. But then I realized that I probably wanted a little bit more leeway, so I did go a couple more inches out beyond that just to remove the sod and really level this because the yard slopes quite a bit downwards. As you will be able to see once I get the fountain installed, it looks like it's absolutely crooked, but I really need to remove the sod, remove some of the dirt and compact it, and then I can level the dirt and it will be a good base for the fountain. Just finished carving out the rest of the sod.
Go step in it.
Sure. So I removed all the sod and enough of the dirt so that I could level it. So right now I'm just roughing up the dirt even more with kind of a bit of a hoe looking thing. And then I'm going to break up the clumps and try to level it out as much as I can. For the base, it was advised on the internet that I do like either crushed gravel or some kind of grit or something, or sand. This is pretty sandy dirt actually, so I'm pretty confident that I can compact it well enough that for my fountain base. So, you know, was it perfectly done? Absolutely not. Was it perfectly level? Probably not. But for these purposes and for my amount of work that I want to put into it, it was perfectly fine. So it all turns out in the end. If you were ever wondering what it looks like for a non-perfectionist to try to do something that needs a lot of detail and, I don't know, finessing, this is what it looks like. A lot of redoing it and trying to do it over and then calling it good. But yeah, so my yard slopes quite a bit towards the back of my garden, in the direction of the camera actually, so I was having to scrape a lot of the dirt away and just try to get it level that way. So after moving dirt, scraping, moving it again, scraping some more, I decided that it was level, and the level said it was level enough. So I just stomped around on it, got a little more compact, and that was as level as I could get it. So as you can see, it's a lot higher on one side and a lot lower on the other, but it turned out. So the listing of the fountain had zero information on what kind of fountain this was, or even how tall or wide it was. So it was kind of like a, take what you can get. But the fountain does have a working pump, and it had all of its pieces. But on further inspection, I found this. It says Henry by Stonecasters LLC 2012. Quick Google search, and wow, this is not a cheap fountain, so lucky me. The only downside was I did have to hire some movers to move the base, which I think was around 600 pounds, around there. Maybe it was somewhere between 400 and 600 pounds. I can't remember which one, but it was too heavy for just my husband and his friend. So, yep, I had to hire some movers, but still cheaper than buying a new fountain and having it installed. So they were able to carry it most of the way. They would have rolled it the whole way, but there was a little bit of a fracture in the side that, we made the executive decision to just carry it most of the way, roll it a teeny bit of the way, so we didn't exacerbate any little cracks in it. This is so crazy. So now that the hard part is over, the pad is leveled, the massive base is installed, and the tiers are up, all I have to do is I have to clean it, I have to make sure that the pump works, I have to plug it in, fill it up, and really give it a good scrubbing out. And it looks incredibly crooked here, but that is just how sloped my yard is. So as you will have seen by now, my fountain is taking a little bit of time, and that's only because I thought I could find these for cheaper. But they are $15 each, and my husband doesn't know why I haven't already ordered them. But I'm just very cheap, and I thought I could find them for cheaper than that, but I can't, so put them on order. This is what they look like. This is to stop the water from going from one basin to the other, and to make it spill out over the edge. So
This is a spider one.
And just like that, I have my work cut out for me for the next video, so please be sure to like and subscribe and follow along. Also, how beautiful is this butterfly? It's so gorgeous. There was a few of them actually. But anyway, I'm enjoying my fountain, and I cannot wait to show you how it turned out. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.